Welcome to another episode of Jacket Pride TV. We're joined each week by head coach Mark Mitchell. Coach, good to see you.
See you.
Got a big game this week.
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to cheering on the Jackets against Aliceville. Let's talk a little bit about last week's game before we preview the upcoming region finale. Cold Springs, a great game. I felt like watching you played a full 4 quarters. Tell us a little bit about the game against Cold Springs.
We had moved homecoming that week, and it's always an exciting time around here, and a lot of people's coming to the games. And we had talked about back during the week, and a whole lot of people, if they ain't traveled, they hadn't seen us win this year, so they hadn't really seen us play as well as we can play. Cold Springs beat us last year. We was trying to get them back, and we had talked about all week long, let's come out and play from whistle to whistle and play from first quarter to fourth quarter, and I think that was the most complete game we had played all year. It was an exciting game. Our guys come out and control the football game from the very first all the way to the end, and we're kind of peaking at the right time here at the end before we start a playoff run, and I was very, very pleased with how our guys come out, very enthusiastic, getting after it, and we were hitting, and we did the hitting instead of taking the hitting, and that's what we've been trying to talk about all year long, and be more physical, and I thought we did a good job of that Friday night against Cold Springs. So
I know you said last week practice was a little bit more intense.
Yeah, it was.
On the physical side, and it showed Friday night.
It was, and that's just kids are still excited about wanting to play, still not wanting the season to be over with, giving you everything they got. And at this time of the year, we try to cut back on some things to give them a little bit of mental and physical break, but we want them fresh on Friday and out there getting after it. And we had one guy do really, really good, and Eli Edgel kind of took over there. He kind of took over and made the Eli Edgel show there for a little bit with a fumble recovery, and Billy Watts had forced a fumble recovery. Billy had come up, made a good lick, put his helmet on the football, forced it, and then Edgel took it up and ran it back for touchdown. Then next series takes an interception, a pick six back. So we were real thrilled for Edgel. We give Eli a hard time about stuff, messing with him, and it was good to see him get out and have a good game in a game like that, because anytime you go out and have that type of performance on defense the way he did, it kind of pumps the rest of the defense up, and it kind of gives them some momentum. It makes them feel like, hey, what we're doing is doing right, and it's working good for us, and gives us some confidence, and because we got a big game coming up this week. So I was really happy for Eli. We all the time on him about something.
So that was really a turning point in the game. You guys really seized control those back-to-back defensive possessions there. So that was a really, really great plays, and a great crowd at Malcolm Blake Stadium.
Yeah, it was.
There was a lot of people there and supporting you guys, and we've enjoyed watching you. And so we've got a few highlights we're going to watch now from last week's win versus Cold Springs. We appreciate Bradley Cummins making these available to us. Coach, let's talk a little bit about the playoffs. We don't want to look past Aliceville, but last week was very significant for your football team. Tell us a little bit about where you're at this week and what this week's game means to your playoff picture.
Well, by winning the game last week, that secured us a playoff spot of at least third in the region. And what this week with Aliceville game does, if we beat Aliceville, we will host a playoff game. Whether we're 2 or 1 will be up to whether, if Addison beats Sulligent, Addison will win the area if we beat Aliceville, and we would be number 2. If Aliceville beats us, Aliceville will be 1, Addison will be 2, we'll be 3, and we'll have to travel first round.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of implications on this game. And I don't know exactly when it's been, but I know it's been a little while since we've had a game to where we controlled this much of our playoffs. Our team, I have said it all year long, has been a special bunch. It's been a great year for them. They have worked really hard to put themselves in position to have this one game, to go play a one game to where we could be second in the region, host a game, possibly region championships if a lot of things work our way.
Sure.
And we preach all the time, just try to give ourselves a chance in the game. We got ourselves a chance now to win an area championship if things work our way. A lot of excitement. They're enthused. Just goes back to when they started back in June. This team said, "Hey, we want to go play. We want to go to playoffs. We want to be region champions, and we want to go deep in the playoffs." And they did everything we could to get there. We've had some things not go our way, but they keep at it every day. Great attitude. Another good practice this morning. Getting after this is just a testament to our seniors and all our guys on our team making a commitment to one another, playing together, playing for each other, playing for our school. Couldn't be prouder of the position we're in right now and the chance that they have here going in playoffs. So it should be an exciting game Friday, and hopefully we'll go down there and take care of business. We've been road warriors all year long, so maybe that's a good time for us.
That's right.
So.
Well, we'll be hoping that it comes out to benefit the Jackets. I think it's been since 2009 since we hosted a playoff.
I believe so.
So we're looking forward to hopefully having that opportunity.
Yeah, we would. Everybody around here would be here for that game.
Absolutely.
So that'd be exciting.
Let's talk a little bit about the Aliceville Yellow Jackets. They are always a tough team to play, especially when you have to play at Aliceville. So tell us a little bit about the Yellow Jackets.
Well, they played Gordo, one of the best teams in 4A, and got beat by them. They were beat by one of the best teams in 1A, Pickens County. That's always a big rival. And Lamar County beat them last time. They hadn't played in 2 weeks. It'll be 3 weeks when they play us because they had an open week and then had a week off. It's always hard to go to Aliceville. They got a very well coached team, very athletic, very fast, very big. It'd be a tall order for us, but we just keep preaching to our guys, go in there and play hard, make them keep snapping the football, make them have to try to length the field, get on offense, take football, control the clock, make sure the game's going in the tempo we want it to, and we dictate it that way. And, you know, we went down there last year, and I think we were a little bit intimidated. It's the first time we've been down there. Don't think that'll be the case this year. I kind of like it because we went back to back. We know what to expect. We know where we're going into. We know the atmosphere is going to be. We know what type of game this is going to be. A little bit different last year too. We got a lot more to play for.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see a big difference in the way our kids get after it and all. When you know when you got something on the line, you got a little extra juice about yourself. And we'll split the ride up. We'll go about an hour and then we'll eat and then we'll take the other ride down there and split it up. And I know I'm excited and I know the kids excited. You know, chance to play in a game with this much implications is what we want to do here. And our guys got ourselves in that situation this year, and we going to Aliceville and we're going to play a good football team, and I think we're going to take a good football team down there, and then I guess we'll kind of know about 10 o'clock Friday how that kind of thing kind of shakes out. So
well, we'll be pulling for you this week, Coach, and
we appreciate it.
We'll be praying for safe travel. That's a long bus ride down there.
It is.
So we're praying for safe travel. So Winston County takes on Aliceville this week at Aliceville. Kickoff at 7 p.m. Next, we have a player interview with senior offensive lineman Jay Ingram. Looking forward to hearing what he's had to say about this season and what about the win last week against Cold Springs, and also as a player, what they look for in Aliceville this week. This week, we're joined by senior offensive lineman Jay Ingram. Jay, it's good to see you, man. Thank you for being on the program this week. I always like interviewing an offensive lineman, and you guys get a chance to talk a little bit about your position. And so we're thankful for the work you guys have been doing. You guys have been playing well, a lot of rushing touchdowns this year, a lot of rushing yards. So what's been some keys to your guys' success this year?
Oh, well, the coaches, they help us a whole lot with our steps and how to just maintain a ground and just drive them out.
That's good. You guys like playing for Coach Cummins, especially. I know he does a great job of preparing you guys for the game on Friday night. So let's talk a little bit about last week's win versus Cold Springs. That was a big front seven, but you guys held your own, had a really great game. What did you guys see against Cold Springs that gave you some success?
Oh, well, we had to key on some defensive players because they had a really good team, and we knew that if we didn't, then they would, break down our offense, and it would be harder for us to win.
Sure. I know that first play from offense, you could have driven a truck through that hole.
Yes,
Austin scored about a 70-yard touchdown, roughly.
Yes, sir.
So you guys had a really good game, had a really good season. So have you enjoyed your senior season? How's that going for you?
It's going great. I'm glad that we're having a winning season. I wish it would be an undefeated, but it's fine.
Yeah,
it happens.
You guys secured a playoff spot last week. So if I understand correctly, you're in the playoffs, and if we win Friday, we get to host a playoff game. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So a good game this weekend, hoping for a good game. So let's talk a little bit about Aliceville. They're always a tough challenge every year we play them. And so let's talk a little bit about them. What have you guys seen from them that will help you be successful this week?
Well, we're mainly going to work on the run because that's what we're really good at.
Yeah.
But we have to focus on their team because they have some really good players up front on their defense. And they're really good. They got speed and talent.
Yeah, they've always got a lot of speed, a lot of great athletes when you go to Aliceville. So
yes, sir.
And so let's talk a little bit about what you do away from football in just a minute. So if you're not at practice, watching film at school, doing the things for your senior year, what do you like to do?
We just get together as a team and hang out, do all kinds of stuff.
Oh, good. Well, Jay, it's good to see you. Thank you again for being on our program. Good luck Friday night against the Aliceville Yellow Jackets. Winston County will take on Aliceville in the region finale this Friday night at Aliceville. Kickoff will be at 7 p.m.